afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday, a very busy day, so let's get right to it. Topping our news, years after a UW student's murder went unsolved, the man behind the attack is sentenced to life in prison, what the victim's family is saying.
Plus, testimony continues in the trial of Marcus Randall, what one witness says he told her to do the night of the alleged murder. And
later, protesters on both sides of the ongoing fight surrounding reproductive rights in America converge on Washington. Let's take a look outside. Another gray day.
Wintry weekend ahead.
Feels like January. I guess it's supposed to be. It's January. Julian's in the backyard. Nothing major coming this way.
No, nothing major, but we could still see a few more opportunities of snowfall later into the weekend. But for today, it's exactly like January is supposed to be. It's cloudy, it's cold, and on top of it, we do have some snow on the ground for us. Now, as we get into the rest of today, we're going to see that cloud cover continue to blanket us. Low stratus deck is going to continue throughout much of southern Wisconsin. And as we head into the rest of this evening, well, temperatures themselves are actually going to be rather stable into the upper to middle 20s. Once we get into around 10 o'clock, 24 degrees for us. Right now, though, may see a couple of spots of flurries, but overall not looking for much at all in terms of precipitation for the rest of this evening heading into tonight. But over the last 24 hours, early this morning, we did have some light flurries and snow showers that did bring just a nice little dusting to add some decor to much of southern Wisconsin as we started off our Friday morning, but that's pretty much come to a close. Now, heading into tonight, well, we're looking at temperatures to drop to around 20 degrees, variable cloudiness, and colder. And as we take a look for the weekend, well, we're going to give that forecast in just a few moments later into the show. But let's go ahead and dive into the traffic. As of right now, well, things are very smooth. All green across the belt line. Even the ramps aren't even looking at slow spots as we get into our 4 p.m. commute. Over towards the interstate, looks like just to the northern parts of Madison might be a bit of an accident, but otherwise the interstate in itself is still smooth as butter. Outside of that, we're going to take a look at the weekend forecast in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
She would be a doctor right now, that she wanted to be, and we would be proud of her, and we could go visit her on her animal farm and everything she wanted because she loved animals. That's what we wish, you know, that she could live her life the way she wanted to.
For nearly 15 years, Kevin and Jean Zimmerman have been waiting for some kind of justice in relation to the murder of their daughter, Brittany.
On April 2nd, 2008, Brittany's fiancé found her brutally murdered in their apartment on West Doty Street. A UW-Madison student at the time, Zimmerman called 911 when someone followed her into her apartment as she returned home from class. But a dispatcher said she didn't hear anything and hung up. For years, police looked into multiple leads to try and find a break in the case. This is what her mother told us in 2018 on the 10th anniversary of her daughter's death.
I mean, we thought there was. You know, it was 2.5 years ago, Chief Koval came to our door on my husband's birthday and said, "We believe we have the person responsible for killing your daughter."
That person of interest was David Call. His DNA was found inside Zimmerman's apartment, but for years, police did not have enough to charge him until March of 2020 when he was nearing release from prison on a different charge. That brings us to today, when David Call was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole. Call pleaded guilty to Zimmerman's murder at a hearing in October last year. Today, he said he wouldn't fight to be released early, something the judge agreed with.
I do believe, Mr. Call, that you do pose a threat to the public. If you can randomly and inexplicably kill an innocent college student in such a brutal way, you are capable of repeating these actions, and I can't allow that.
Call had previously asked to begin serving his life sentence immediately due to health concerns, he said, which could be better treated in federal prison than the Dane County Jail.
Members of Brittany's family took the opportunity to speak at today's sentencing hearing, believing that Call's apologies were insincere. Our Takhalil Moeddin joins us now with more on their reaction following this morning's hearing. Takhalil?
Brittany Zimmerman's family made the choice to speak out after going back and forth about making their feelings public. They say what put them over the edge was the need to keep telling the truth. Brittany's mother, Jean Zimmerman, says she's grateful her daughter's story remains on the minds of the community for over a decade, but she says with the attention came negative comments and lies. For Jean, the most disturbing came after more than 14 years of silence from the man taking responsibility for her death. Today, with Call opting not to go to trial, she wanted to make a few things clear.
What he did was unspeakable. Brittany did not and never would have let David Call into her apartment that day. Mr. Call forced his way into her apartment. He continues to blame others for his actions that day. He is nothing but a lying coward.
Brittany Zimmerman's family says that though they feel they will never truly have closure, they are thankful the nightmare is finally over. They also say as they're learning to find ways to live life without Brittany and find joy, they won't forget her.
Janesville police say they arrested a man who called 911 saying he tried to kill his wife. Law enforcement responded to the home in the 600 block of South Franklin Street where they found a 33-year-old man waiting. The man was arrested without any issue. He faces tentative charges of first-degree attempted homicide and domestic violence. The woman was taken to the hospital and treated for her injuries. People in Dane County will not get to vote on a proposed renovation to the Dane County Jail. Last night, the county board rejected the proposal to add a referendum for the project to the April ballot. The question would have asked voters for up to $13.5 million to keep the project alive. Design work on the jail is continuing, but without a referendum on the ballot to close the funding gap, the county will need to find money elsewhere before the construction can begin.
The annual March for Life is taking place for the first time in Washington, D.C. since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Sunday marks the 50th anniversary of the Roe v. Wade decision that made abortion rights the law of the land. Protesters on both sides say the fight over abortion rights is not over. They say it's just shifted from the court to Congress and state legislatures. To mark the 50th anniversary, there will be a national march in protest to the overturning of Roe this Sunday. The National Women's March, Madison Abortion and Reproductive Rights Coalition for Health Care are inviting all community members to join them for a march on the state capitol at noon.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has called on dozens of defense ministers to find new ways to help Ukraine fight the Russian invasion. Pressure is mounting on Germany to authorize the export of its modern battle tanks, something Berlin has appeared reluctant to do. CBS's Helena Humphrey has more.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin came to Germany to deliver a message, urging allies to ramp up their military aid to Ukraine.
This is not a moment to slow down. It's a time to dig deeper. The Ukrainian people are watching us. The Kremlin is watching us. And history is watching us.
Also closely watching Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who's made clear exactly what his troops need.
З найважливіших елементів це танк.
Namely tanks, modern Western ones. Like Germany's Leopard 2 tanks used by armies across Europe. Berlin's hesitant to export them, concerned about upping the ante. It wants Washington to send its Abrams tanks, which the US says wouldn't be a good fit. And while Western allies talk it out, the Kremlin's already responded, saying that supplying such vehicles would cause more problems for the Ukrainian people. But defense ministers meeting in Germany are well aware that turning the tide on Russia will likely mean more weapons, not less. Helena Humphrey, CBS News, London.
The Biden administration yesterday announced a roughly $2.5 billion aid package for Ukraine, which included more armored vehicles, but no tanks.
The CDC says emergency departments are cutting back on opioid prescriptions. Opioid prescriptions given in emergency departments dropped to about 8% between 2019 and 2020. That's down from a rate of 12% between 2017 and 18. Studies show that people who receive opioid prescriptions in emergency department visits are at risk for developing long-term use. Approval for an experimental treatment for Alzheimer's disease is now on hold. The FDA declined to grant accelerated approval for donanemab. Phase 2 trials for the drug showed significant slowing of decline in memory and daily function in people living with early Alzheimer's compared to a placebo. Drug maker Eli Lilly plans to file Phase 3 clinical trial data later this year.
Well, Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week kicks off Sunday.
One of Madison's newest eateries is taking part this year. It's Amara at Hilldale. We'll head there live to find out what's on the menu when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Heating and cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
McGann Furniture and Flooring has a question for you. Do you have a hard time sleeping comfortably through the night? Is your mattress 10 years old or even older? Chances are you're due for a new one. Mattress technology has changed a lot in the last 10 years. Our experienced staff will help you find the right style, construction, and firmness that will give you years of sleeping comfort. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. With delivery and disposal of your old set, we make it easy to have the bed of your dreams at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Cold winter weather's here, so why feel it inside your own home and in your wallet? USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills every crevice of your walls, even going over your existing inferior insulation. Our foam gives you high-tech comfort and saves you money on utility bills year-round. So stop bundling up and start building savings. Call now and get up to a 30% tax credit and low monthly payments.
USA Insulation.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
He sent me to.
Introducing Sass, Sauce and Shells, a bold new restaurant on Madison's Capitol Square, combining the best of barbecue and shelled seafood by Chef Joe Perkins. Add a little sass to your lunch or dinner plans today. Open 7 days a week.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. Google is the latest tech giant to announce massive job cuts. Alphabet, the parent company of Google, announced Friday it's cutting about 12,000 jobs.
Alphabet grew its workforce by more than 50,000 employees during the pandemic as demand for its digital services boomed. But in recent quarters, business has slowed for the company. The layoffs will affect roles across product areas and regions. Affected U.S. employees will remain on the company's payroll for 60 days and receive at least 16 weeks of severance pay. The National Retail Federation's annual expo is showing off technology that is changing the shopping experience. This shopping cart from Customate lets you skip the checkout altogether. There's a built built-in scale to weigh produce, and products can be scanned right at your cart. Customers pay on a tablet and then walk out the door. And in-store mannequins are getting a 21st century makeover. Verizon is teaming up with the company Proto to produce lifelike holograms.
Well, as you can see here, it does create a very lifelike representation of actual products. So sometimes even when products are first launched, they may not actually be delivered to the store yet, but it allows you to debut and showcase items to your consumers as soon as they're released. So they can start.
A special camera projects a live 3D image to a proto box nearby. Inside a store, a live or recorded hologram could actually interact with customers.
Not next. Well, some scented candles sold at discount retailer Ross Dress for Less are being recalled. The Taylor & Finch 6-week scented candles can combust when lit. Isn't that what a candle's supposed to do? I don't. Anyway, it causes the glass container to break.
The glass could crack.
Okay. The recalled candles come in 2 scents: spiced apple and rosewood, and cedarwood and clove. They sold for $17 at Ross locations nationwide from August through October of 2022. The candles can be returned to the store for a full refund. Stocks rebounded on Wall Street after a rough week. The Dow Industrials added 330 points, ending the week at 33,374. The Nasdaq gained 288 points, or over 2.5%. The S&P 500 up 73. Well, good news for Madison foodies. Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week starts this Sunday.
Participating restaurants, if you're not familiar with Restaurant Week, offer a 3-course meal starting at $30.
Amara is one of the new ones this year. The Italian-inspired restaurant opened at Hilldale in October. Abby Hampton is the executive sous chef, and Jillian Weingart is the general manager at Amara. Welcome to you both.
Hi, ladies. Welcome to Live at 4.
Hi. Thank you.
Jillian,
Thanks for having us.
Jillian, let's start with you. Why did you want to get involved in Restaurant Week this year?
Why not? We're a brand new restaurant, and what better way to get introduced to the Madison community than celebrating with everyone in Madison by doing Restaurant Week. We wanted to jump on this opportunity to show you guys our food, and that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, let's talk about your food. What is the restaurant? What is the type of cuisine at Amara?
So we're coastal Italian. We serve bruschettas. We do a little bit of spadino, which is smaller plates. And then we have some main entrees, and then a lot of pasta options.
Lots of pasta.
Yeah, lots of pasta.
So, an Italian restaurant. So, what are the special dishes for Restaurant Week that people can choose from?
Yeah, so we have a few in front of us. Right here we have our pakri, which is actually one of our most popular dishes. It's a beef cheek ragu. Right over here we have our beet salad dish with radicchio and moody blue cheese. And then in the middle right here we have our ricotta cake with orange marmalade and a whipped creme fraiche. This is sort of like a sampling of what we have to offer this week. It's not a full menu, but it's a lot of our favorites.
Yeah.
It looks delicious. Jillian, what does Amara mean? Is it Italian for something?
Yeah, well, we actually feature a ton of Amari. Amari is a bittersweet liqueur from Italy. It could be used as a digestif or an aperitif before or after your meal. And so we took Amaro, the word, which is that liqueur, and we made it for us. It's a bit more feminine than Amaro. We put an A on it because women-led restaurant right here, and it means love, bittersweet to us.
And you're locally owned, right?
We are.
Madison is such a great restaurant town. How tough is it to open a brand new place?
For us, it wasn't tough.
No, it was one of the easiest openings I've ever experienced.
Yeah,
honestly.
We're managed by rule number 1, which also does Lucille and Merchant. And honestly, with their help and their outlook on how to open restaurants and how to treat staff and paying staff, it was one of the smoothest things I've ever been a part of. Yeah. So I couldn't be happier that it went that way, and we're doing excellent.
Yeah, I completely agree.
It's always exciting when a new restaurant opens up in Madison, but Restaurant Week is a whole different animal. Armin, are you prepared for, it's going to be probably a lot more people, but a great opportunity to showcase what you guys do?
Yeah, before this, me and Jillian were actually talking about, neither of us have actually done Restaurant Week in Madison before at the restaurants we had been at before this. So it'll be new to us. We're excited to have people coming to our doors that maybe wouldn't normally. Yeah, I think we'll just take it in stride. Yeah. See how it goes.
And Abby, what's your experience? What's your resume?
Well, Julie and I used to work together at Les Trois before this, and then before that I was also at Estrellon, one of their sister restaurants. So yeah, I've done a lot of finer dining, and I worked with Tori Miller before this, so.
That's quite a hefty resume.
I don't know if I should name drop that.
That's pretty impressive. Abby's got a great resume.
And Julie, you're a veteran in this as well.
Yes, I worked with Chef Abby at L'Etoile. I was the general manager of L'Etoile for a few years. Worked at Deja Restaurant Group as a manager, but I hail from Chicago, so I have 8 years of fine dining underneath my belt from Chicago.
I assume reservations are suggested this week.
Yes, highly suggested. We're doing for lunch as well, so we're open for lunch 7 days a week, starting off with a bang and doing it during restaurant week. So come for lunch or dinner.
All right.
Well, best of luck to you both. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great restaurant week. And everybody go check it out.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, come join us.
All right, Restaurant Week starts Sunday, January 22nd. It runs to the 27th. 3-course meals starting at $30. Go to channel3000.com. There's a list of all the restaurants and the menus, and make your reservations.
It's a great opportunity to
really
check out new
Yeah.
places for a reasonable price. It's great. Well, still to come at 4, he was truly a musical genius, a legend.
We'll look back at the life and career of musician David Crosby. That's coming up after Julian's first Warn forecast.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This New Year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this New Year and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-501-5956 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep on the most recommended mattress in America? Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedics start at just $40 per month when you use Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. It's time you got a great night's sleep. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffels.
a look at this. Try blowing bubbles in the coldest city on Earth. This is the Siberian city of Yakush, and the bubbles freeze instantly into balls of ice. They land on people's heads. This video was shot on January 15th. The temperature was minus 58 degrees. But that's quite a warm-up from January 10th when the thermometer sunk to minus 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature in the city hasn't risen above minus 42 degrees all week. So don't complain about our little cool down.
Yes, exactly.
79 below. How is that possible?
Well, you know, it is possible, but outside of it being possible, I'm glad I'm not there. That is just something I just don't ever want to deal with.
Well, there's no wind, though, so it doesn't. There's no wind chill.
Oh, yes, it's a dry cold.
You're such a Midwesterner. Oh, my gosh. It's not cold unless there's wind added to it.
That's right. No, that's dangerously cold.
Oh, absolutely.
But it makes for fun blowing bubbles. Nothing like that around here.
Nothing like that at all. We're actually feeling a whole lot like January with a little bit of some snow on the way. We'll talk about the first one forecast after the break.
Yes, I'm a smoker. And yes, I'm aware I should quit. I get pressure from everyone I love and everything around me.
Smoking is really, really bad for you.
Yet sometimes that pressure alone is enough to make me want to light up.
The Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line. No judgments, just free help and medications. Without the lectures, call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, now that we're done with any kind of measurable snow, closing out our work week, well, let's take a look at just how much snow we've gotten so far for this winter season. Well, our observed snow is actually not too bad. 18 inches so far for us here in Madison. And typically around this time of year, this is from December 1st to now. So January 1st, from December 1st to January 1st, we're at 19.9 is our average. Almost 20 inches of snowfall. We're at 18, which is much better than what it was last year. At this time last year, we only had 9 inches of snowfall that we had observed. And taking a look in terms of snow depth, it's not a whole lot throughout much of southern Wisconsin, especially for our friends into the southeast. Milwaukee has been struggling to get any kind of snow, but at least we have some on the ground. We have about 1 inch of snowfall depth for Madison and Dane County in areas just a bit more to the north. And then the further north you go, the more snow is on the ground. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our drought monitor. also good news. Not looking at much in terms of issues of drought conditions throughout much of southern Wisconsin. We're doing very well in that regard. Now, heading into tonight and for what we're seeing on our current surface map, we do have cloud cover that's going to be rather stagnant throughout much of the upper Midwest. And then we're going to watch for another system rolling in later into our Saturday nights. That's going to be bringing in a bit more of some snow showers. Looking ahead, temperatures are at 28 right now. We're going to fall into the mid-20s heading into the later parts of tonight. So expect another chilly one. But the good news is not a lot of wind. Tonight's low temperatures around 20 degrees in Madison, 26 in Janesville, about 20 for Platteville. So things are still going to be rather chilly throughout southern Wisconsin, but that's pretty typical for us around this time of year. Tomorrow we'll warm into the lower 30s for Madison, but the upper 20s are once again going to blanket much of southern Wisconsin. Once again, it's very typical. So that's pretty much what we're seeing for this weekend. The only caveat is that we will see heading into our Saturday night. Some snow showers are going to be on the way. And then for Sunday morning specifically, we're going to be looking at some of those snow showers looking to roll their way in as well. Looking at pretty minor accumulations from this system that's going to roll its way in. We're heading throughout the rest of tonight. It's going to be quiet. We're not going to be seeing much change throughout much of our Friday nights going into our Saturday. Lunchtime hour, mid-20s, cloud cover sticking around. 5 o'clock, upper 20s. And as we head into our Saturday nights, so we'll start to see the development of that system leaking in some snowfall, mainly just south of Dane County. So from Platteville, Monroe, Janesville, around 10 o'clock, expect to see some snow showers. They'll continue throughout the overnight hours, but then clear up once we get into around sunrise heading into Sunday morning. We are only looking at very minor amounts of snowfall from this system. Less than an inch, mainly trace amounts is what we're going to be expecting throughout southern Wisconsin. Taking a look at our 10-day forecast. Light snow. Again, our accumulations are mainly going to be southeast of Madison as we get into the rest of our Saturday night and early Sunday morning. And we're looking for a break. Our next opportunity to see some more snowfall, mainly going to be flurry chances on Tuesday and even some slight snow for Wednesday. But flurry chances are really going to be ruling our forecast, and temperatures into the 20s as well. Again, it feels pretty much like January, and a little bit colder heading into next weekend.
It'd be nice to get rid of these clouds.
I know. I'm sorry. I really wish I could control just giving a little bit of sunshine, because I feel like we have gotten none of it this year.
Yeah. All right. It's not your fault.
That's okay.
Thanks, Julian. The music world has lost one of its greatest voices and most familiar faces.
David Crosby has died after a long illness. According to his statement, his wife gave to Variety.
For more than half a century, he was instantly recognizable by his flowing hair, drooping mustache, and pure vocal sound. Anthony Mason looks back at Crosby's remarkable life and music career.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash were known for their unique harmonies. And David Crosby was the glue that held us together, Stephen Stills said, as our vocals soared like Icarus to the sun. Crosby's first band, The Byrds, was just forming in 1964. When the Beatles burst on the scene.
We went out and got the same guitar. If you had seen me in front of a mirror trying to figure out how to hold an electric guitar and play rock and roll, it was hysterical.
To everything,
The Byrds would score a #1 hit with Turn, Turn, Turn. But as Crosby told me in 2014 for CBS Sunday Morning, when they toured England,
we had a terrible promoter who's booked us as America's answer to the Beatles, right? There is no answer to the Beatles. Right. And we knew it, and they knew it.
In '68, Crosby joined Stephen Stills of Buffalo Springfield and Graham Nash of the Hollies in a new supergroup. Crosby, Stills, and Nash would win the Grammy for Best New Artist. Later, adding Neil Young, they hit the road. The song Woodstock would help their album Deja Vu sell 8 million copies. But Crosby's girlfriend, Christine Hinton, had been killed in a car crash.
I was damn near destroyed. I'm just really lucky we were making that record because it gave me a raison d'etre. It gave me a damn right.
But he began to use heavy drugs and notoriously battled addiction for much of his life. Sailing was Crosby's escape. It inspired perhaps his best-known song. In one of his final tweets, Crosby wrote, "Of heaven. I heard the place is overrated," he said. Cloudy. Just a song before I go. David Crosby was 81. Anthony Mason, CBS News, New York. Twice the speed of sound. It's easy to get burned.
I love that song. What a remarkable career in life. Yeah.
Crosby underwent a liver transplant in 1994. He also survived diabetes, hepatitis C, and heart surgery in his 70s. Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, we'll take a look at some of the latest news out of Hollywood, including the King of Pop heading to the big screen.
And then coming up next hour at 5, continuing coverage in the sentencing today of David Call, including reaction from the Madison Police Department. That's coming up tonight at 5.
Ashley's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late to our warehouse and must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% while it lasts. Plus, get 60-month special financing store-wide, only at Ashley.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Monsters of Destruction is coming, and coming with a vengeance. Monster Trucks, Top Trucks, Monster Truck Rides, new to Madison, Quad Wars, no rules, all things, no race to the finish you don't want to miss. Buckshot, War Wizard, Heavy Hitter, against the King, and Alcatraz, all ready for 3 massive shows. Every ticket is a pit pass. Come early to meet the drivers. Take a ride, snap a pic with a real monster truck. Don't miss the Monsters of Destruction at the Alliant Energy Center, January 27th, 28th, and 29th. Get your tickets now at monstersofdestruction.com.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
New at 5, a witness who saw the victims the night they were killed testifies at the double homicide trial of a former Badger. Catherine Merck brings you the latest court proceedings live from Janesville.
Temperatures will remain slightly above normal through the weekend into early next week. Some snow showers and flurries will affect areas south of Madison Saturday night. I'll let you know if we're expecting any accumulation at 5.
And ahead at 6, after 15 years, Brittany Zimmerman's homicide case is coming to a close. We hear from her family who carried the weight of the tragedy all these years. That's tonight at 6.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison.
We're on autopilot.
Why don't we just run this every day?
We have.
This is not live.
Yeah, it is live, but it looks like the exact same shot every single day.
Moving on, one of the most popular and most controversial musical artists of all time is headed to the big screen.
Also, a hit horror flick is getting a sequel. David Daniel has that and more.
A Michael Jackson biopic is on the way. Anton Fuqua, who started in music videos before directing such films as Training Day and Emancipation, will direct the complex life story of the King of Pop. Production on Michael is set to begin this year.
I won't let anything harm you.
Brace for more Megan. The hit horror flick about the life-size doll with AI and attitude is getting a sequel, due out in January of 2025. The $12 million movie made $60 million domestic in its first 10 days.
After I got to 200, I lost count. Why is everyone writing to him?
Because he survived. Here's your first look at Dear Edward, about a boy who's the only survivor of a plane crash, and the strangers who come together and learn how to keep going in the wake of the tragedy. The limited series, based on the novel by Ann Napolitano, premieres on Apple TV Plus February 3rd. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Lots to watch as usual. Well, we're hearing a lot this week about the U.S. government's hitting the debt ceiling and emergency measures being put into place.
We'll find out what this means for the country and for all of us here at home. Our money expert, Moses Altsek from the UW-Madison School of Business joins us when Live at 4 continues.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we ventured back to Portage and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy, busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're gonna be there when you need them, but they're gonna let you, try everything out, and they're gonna leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there's still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Gonna bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
And a quick update on our traffic. Starting things off as we're getting closer to the 5 p.m. rush hour. Things are still rather smooth along the Beltline, though some of our residential roads are starting to hit some slow spots, especially on the ramps off of John Nolan Drive and near Fish Hatchery Road. But things are still rather smooth as we're getting things rolling for us. And as we take a look at our interstate as of right now, still smooth as butter, all green, as we are closing in close to the 5 p.m. hour. Until then, let's go ahead and send it back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. We want you to meet Spike. He's cute, he's tough, and he's really old. This Chihuahua mix has recently been given the title of the oldest living dog in the world. According to the folks at Guinness anyway, he was certified in December to have been born at least 23 years ago. Spike's owner says she found him about 14 years ago in a parking lot. Spike is nearly blind and hard of hearing, but his owner says he still enjoys spending time with animals on their farm and with people he knows. 23 years young.
That's incredible.
Spike.
That's a great name.
Well, as we reported earlier this week, the U.S. has officially reached the legal limit with which it can borrow to pay its bills.
On top of high inflation, what impact does reaching the debt ceiling have on all of us?
Moses Altek from the UW-Madison School of Business is back with us. Good to see you, Moses.
Hi, Moses.
Thank you. It's good to be back. When you mentioned the cute, tough, and really old, I thought this was going to be about me.
Well, we can back that up and put you in there instead. So, debt ceiling. We can't borrow any more money is what this means, right?
That's right.
To pay for bills that we've already approved.
Oh, absolutely. You know, every country really has debt, and you have to pay your obligations on time. Now, Congress, you know, a long, long time ago, in order to sort of keep tabs on how much we're borrowing, how much we're spending, decided to set a debt ceiling. And historically, when we reach that debt ceiling, it bumps it up a little bit. You know, the more politically polarized we've become, the more that's become sort of a bone of contentions and people negotiate a little bit when it comes to what it's going to take for us to vote for the increase, and that's kind of where we are today, and we'll see what happens now.
Well, what kind of an effect will it have on the markets and on our 401ks? How does it affect us?
Well, for starters, markets hate uncertainty. I mean, they really hate uncertainty. So the very fact that people are wondering, well, is this going to happen? You know, are they going to reach a deal? How long is it going to take? That makes markets nervous to begin with. Now, the prospect that there may not reach a deal and the U.S. may default, that's going to have really serious economic consequences. And in fact, anything that has really serious economic consequences for the United States has global repercussions too. So hopefully we're not going to get there. Maybe this is just some political grandstanding. Everybody's going to come together, realize that this is good for the country, good for us. We're the country, and they're going to reach a deal sooner rather than later.
But specifically, how's it going to affect Susan and me?
Well, the thing is that you know, your retirement savings, for example, are invested in the market. Mine too, and so a lot of ordinary people who have a job, they shouldn't be thinking, well, I don't have a big investment account. If you have a retirement plan through your job, that's probably in the market, and you know, the volatility affects the market.
Should you move it out of stocks?
Don't do it. I tell you, the instinct when the market is declining, and it has been declining for a while, is better cut my losses, I want out. Hey, the idea is not to buy high and sell low. The idea is to stick it out if you possibly can do that. If you're really close to retirement, you shouldn't be in equities and in stocks very much in the first place. It's good to have a diversified portfolio, but you know, the time to make the move and figure I'm going to get out is not when it's low. If anything, if you have a little extra money, the lower it is, that's the time to go in a little further.
Right now it's a loss on paper, but if you sell out, then it's an actual loss.
That's exactly right. So I think what it takes is a little patience, and you know, things are going to normalize. I mean, things with inflation are getting a little better, and you know, the prospect of a recession is still kind of up in the air. But the truth is that when the stock market is suffering, is not the time to get out. I think you know, let's wait it out a little bit, unless you're really sort of close to retirement and you shouldn't be in it. You can afford to wait, and you're going to be rewarded for your patience. I'll promise you that.
Let's hope the lawmakers do their job and get this done.
You and me both.
Moses, thank you.
Great to see you,
It's my
Moses.
pleasure.
Thank
Good
you.
to be
Have a
back.
good weekend.
A final check of your forecast coming up.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
For back pain, I've always been a take two and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. one equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
New at 5, News 3 Now is back at the Rock County Courthouse for day 4 of the double homicide trial of Marcus Randall L. Catherine Merck shares what witnesses saw the last night the victims were alive. That's tonight at 5.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and we will send you local breaking news as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Wrapping things up with our 3 things we'll need to know. Well, it's going to be quiet and cloudy throughout the rest of today and much of our Saturday. Temperatures are going to stay near seasonable, if not just at the seasonable level. And then as we get into our Saturday night and Sunday morning, we're going to see some snow showers and flurries, but it will be minor accumulations, if any at all. Trace and decorative amounts are what we're expecting from the snow. And outside of it's going to be rather quiet until we get into next week. But meteorologist Gary Canolti will walk you through what else to expect coming up at 5.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
Lean back and save big this winter at the Century House. Right now, save hundreds going from one grade of stressless leather to a superior grade for free. Or save $300 and get a free battery when you purchase any stressless mic or stressless max motorized recliner or any stressless classic power recliner. Don't miss out. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Well, winter has settled back in, and the news hounds have hunkered down in their world headquarters.
And that's a good thing for us because they're all set with this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Sounds, a real downward dog.
Now that's a gender reveal.
And a big birthday celebration.
But first, meet Toadzilla. Australian park rangers believe they've stumbled upon a record-setting giant toad deep in the rainforest of the country's northern Queensland state. The toad was spotted by park ranger Kylie Gray, who says she was shocked by its size. She brought it back to the park office where it was weighed 6 pounds. The Guinness World Record for the largest toad was recorded in 1991 and weighed 5.8 pounds. So it looks like Toadzilla is a record breaker.
Workers at the Brookfield Zoo near Chicago helped wish Arnita a happy birthday. The reticulated giraffe is celebrating her sweet 16th birthday. She was served a special cake, which was made of bran flakes, biscuits, and icy juice gumdrops. Frankly, Arnita seemed a bit more interested in the cake than the zookeeper serenade. In any event, happy sweet 16th.
The Kansas City Zoo had a gender reveal party for one of its newborns. The zoo welcomed a baby rhinoceros to its family in December. The calf's father was given a ball to open that would reveal the baby's gender. The rhino not so gracefully knocked the ball around until it revealed pink confetti. The father, mother, and new baby girl are eastern black rhinos, which is a critically endangered species. Only about 740 of them live in the wild, so every birth is special.
And finally, welcome to the world of puppy yoga. This London yoga class is like no other, thanks to this litter of 6-week-old puppies. Doing the downward dog can be a challenge with real little dogs in your face, pulling on your hair, wanting to be held. Puppy yoga aims to combine the spiritual and physical benefits of the typical yoga class with the added mental boost of playing with cute puppies. And it doesn't just benefit the participants, it also helps socialize the puppies before they find new homes and sometimes meet their potential new owners right in class. The puppies this day are 10 pocket bullies, a smaller variant of the American Bulldog. Sounds like every one and every pup the winner here.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
I do yoga if you could do it this way. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you back here on Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.